I don't know about you, but I am still recovering from the election of 2016. But there was also an election last night. Democrats took control of the House of Representatives, but 27, 37, something, mild way. But in his press conference today, Trump said this was great for the Republicans, and so was Trump.
We saw the candidates that I supported achieve tremendous success last night. Mia Love gave me no love, and she lost. Barbara Comstock was another one. I mean, I think she could have won that race, but she didn't want to have any embrace. Peter Roscoe didn't want the embrace. Eric Paulson didn't want the embrace. Those are some of the people that, decided for their own reason not to embrace.
I gotta say, I'm really surprised that stopped him, because he is not known for asking permission before he embraces. I mean...
So this is another video about an issue with YouTube where I like a video and it doesn't show up in the liked playlist. And since my last video in regards to liking one of Thor News's videos, I've definitely noticed a lot more. It's consistent, but unpredictable as to what videos are going to be seemingly censored in regards to being able to show up on the watched playlist, the liked video playlist. So this is the history, and I've liked this video, as you can see.
This is CNN Breaking News.
But it doesn't seem to come up on the liked video playlist.
The media are very tepid in their coverage.
I mean...
It's not there. And there's been many others also. So it does seem like certain videos are being allowed and certain videos aren't being allowed. That's what it seems like. I mean, it is strange that the variety of different kind of videos that seem to be blocked. But it really does interrupt a storyline. For example, here's global news, and those two videos, let's see, there was a third video, this one. So I liked all three of them, this one, and this one, but none of them, two of them came up on the liked playlist and one didn't. I'll try to show you that now. So here it says liked, and the title of this one is Dispatchers have also lost homes. And this one specifically, I tried over and over again. I didn't videotape it, but I tried over and over again to like it, and you can see it looks liked there. But as soon as I go to my liked playlist, it's nowhere to be found. And I'll show you the ones that did get selected. Here's this one and this one, but the third one is not there. So it seems to be either selectively stopping certain videos from getting in the liked playlist, or there's some kind of glitch that stops it. And I've thought about that. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, pressing it too quickly, but I mean, it's liked and it's not here. So that's the bottom line. So I felt like I have to document it again. Otherwise, nobody believes, because you got to put proof for the observations to be believed. This one's there, and this one's there, and this one isn't there. even though it's liked. And I'll try again. Now, normally if this was liked for the first time, let's refresh it just to go as slow as humanly possible. So there it's disliked now on this page, and that doesn't show up anywhere. It just maybe takes it off the list or something. So just unhighlighted it. Try to give it some time to refresh.
I have dispatchers who lost their homes as well.
And now if this was not being blocked for some reason, it would show up in the liked playlist normally as soon as it's liked. So I like it.
Please consider that.
And now hey, what's going on with the camera? And now let's look at, so it's liked, see that? Let's look at the liked playlist now. And it should be at the very first position, and it's not. So again, it's selectively blocking some videos, which, you know, the point is there's a liked video playlist, and if allowed to work as it's supposed to, seemingly, unless there's some hidden rule that I don't know about, but that's the question. It seems to be censored. You know, normally if you're watching the first video, the second video, and that's the other thing, the playlist is entirely upside down. Facebook had an issue with that too. The news feed would channel one way, and the home page would channel another way. What I mean by channel is when you post something on your home page on Facebook, and this is a tangent, it starts at the bottom of the page, and the next post is above your first post. Just think about that for a second. And every consecutive post after that on your home page, the ones that you get to see, is then above that one and above that one. So you're basically stacking the information as it comes in real time on top of your first post, which was sort of originally first. So there's a difficulty in starting 1, 2, 3 and going from the present to tell a narrative or a story. There's two ways to do it if you're gonna do it up and down vertically like that. There's this way, how YouTube liked playlist does it, where the newest thing goes on top, and then, you know, I posted this one previously, etc. And then if you look at Facebook news feed, it's the other way around. It's going, you know, kind of this way. This is the newest one, and then the next one comes above it, and it factors in quite the same way as this. But those two different ways of doing it limit the way that things are interpreted. And then, of course, if a person is selecting things selectively, you know, I've got the subscription feed, which is one great thing about YouTube. And when I select something, and out of these options, I've got many more options to choose from here. And it's interesting. I like to be able to look at the library and pick and choose certain timely events and, you know, potentially correlate them with other timely events. And I know I can make a playlist. I'm just commenting in regards to certain aspects of the structure, and of course wanting to post something even on a playlist and not being able to for some reason. I'll try and do a real-time thing here. Let's see. Well, this one's, I believe, selected. I think this one did show up on the liked playlist. Let's go verify that.
Nationalism, calling it a betrayal of hate.
You know, and Trump is so critical of CNN, I would imagine that the CNN videos would be blocked if it's the government influencing YouTube somehow, or my YouTube channel. I don't know. It's weird. They shouldn't be blocking liked playlist videos. See, here it is. Yep. That. No, wait. Yeah, that's it.
nationalism, calling it a betrayal.
So some of them, and the ones that I wouldn't suspect to get by censorship, that's a good news, I guess. Anyway, it is sort of unpredictable which ones aren't going to make it to the playlist, and that's the glitch, the weird thing that I, as a YouTube participant, am simply commenting on. And ideally they could fix it, or if somebody knows why or how I can, like a playlist, like a video that I want to add to a playlist. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, it seems like. I go to the video I want to show up. For example, is that it? Yeah. And I like it. Let's, let's like it. Should show up, added to liked videos, right? That's what it's telling me. Let's see if it's there. Should be at the top of the liked video playlist, and it's not there. So basically I have to document this and put it out on YouTube for the hope of fixing it. Whether it's feedback or something I can do or something YouTube should do or something YouTube should look at. The problem with YouTube and Facebook is it's very difficult to get two-way communication, or what I might term direct democracy. And I see that playing out all over the place, where there is a dominant and submissive force, The point is, they don't want to talk. They want to dictate. And in a direct democracy, people are honored to have a voice.
That this caravan was an invasion. As you know,
I consider it to be an
as you know,
invasion.
Mr. President, caravan was not an invasion. It's a group of migrants moving up from Central America towards the border with the U.S.
Thank you for that.
And why did you characterize it as such?
Because I consider it an invasion. You and I have a difference of opinion.
But do you think that you demonized immigrants
No,
in this
no,
election
no,
to try
I
to
want
keep
them. I want them to.
So
come in.
even the dialogue between Donald Trump and the reporter is within what I would consider to be direct democracy. Of course, the difference of opinion is the issue, and the duality that comes up,
But they have to come in legally. They have to come in through a process.
his point of view and the other person's point of view.
People to come in, and we need the people.
Your campaign.
Wait. You know why we need them?
But, and it's important to be able to voice your opinion. Everybody deserves a sovereign right to free speech. And when they have that sovereign right, they've been heard. That right should be protected, whether it's Trump or the reporter. Now, of course, the reaction was a little bit harsh
There are hundreds of
in regards to having the reporter thrown out.
Crime that endangers families everywhere. Why are you
Because
pitting
they're very weak on
Americans?
crime.
Why are you pitting Americans?
And so there's the issue that sticks between both Republicans and Democrats, the definition of weakness. And of course, they're both right. They're both weak, though, and they're both strong in their own way. The greater point is not the duality between Democrats and Republicans. The greater point is to have both positions highlighted rather than repressed.
Because they're very weak on crime.
And then ideally there's a consensus. And if there's no consensus in my version of direct democracy, that's the gridlock. And we can move on to something else, or hash it out, or talk it out, or debate it out, or compromise it out. Whatever it is, the problem needs to be discussed. And it's good that they were able to, the CNN reporter was able to have a part, and it's good that Trump was able to say what he said. But then the issue is the power imbalance. They're both struggling for power, and good for being a courageous reporter and good for being a courageous president. The problem, though, is when those struggles for power are not allowed to be, and when they're limited. If somebody takes it a step further, like war, and kills one another, that's the end of it, right? And the dominant or the submissive, or the dominant or the submissive, is repressed. That's not the ideal for consensus. That is the debate. That is the depth of fight or flight and the problem. In a real democracy, the both sides can be heard, and the people are given an opportunity to vote, ideally free and fair elections, for a consensus. And the consensus is what passes the law, not the limited perspective of either side. So I'm sharing my direct democracy opinions and observations for YouTube of my liked playlist. And the question is, why do many videos that I choose to pick not get highlighted on the YouTube playlist? And here's this one again.
To varying degrees are all living this too, and I have dispatchers who've lost their homes as well. They know what you're feeling because they're in the same boat, and they're trying to do a job too. And if you call them and yell at them and cuss at them, it just makes it that much more difficult for us to do the things that we need to do. So please consider that.
And that goes for everybody. You know, thank you.
Thank you.
What's it like serving at Donald Trump's beck and call?
Anthony, you were Donald Trump's butler for quite a long time. How many years did you work for him?
Almost 1 year, yeah.
Oh, the stories former butler Tony Senecal has to tell. Like when a young Mr. Trump and first wife Ivana
Right about now, we're to the last song for the kicks and die. So I want everybody to make some noise for the kicks and the die.
Censorship sucks. And net neutrality was pretty good. In my last video, I said a mistake in the Thor news commentary video. I said net neutrality was seemingly a problem, but that was not what I meant to say. Net neutrality was seemingly a solution.
We're say, DJ? You'll say, hey, DJ! DJ!